everybody, Chris Overstreet, the Redneck Gaijin here, and here is a hat. It's time for some more Kerbal Space Program. We are going to land on Minmus tonight, and ideally bring the Kerbals back. Reason being, we need about 300 science points in order to get the last piece we need to actually make the surface experiments function, i.e. a radio. For some reason, they made the radio practically the last piece of surface science you unlock in this tech tree, which is inconvenient, but what can you do? I spent way too much on lemon-flavored Kit Kats recently. I thought it was lemon-flavored chocolate, and technically it is. It's lemon-flavored white chocolate. Not what I had in mind as a gift idea, which means I got to find something else for that person. In the meantime, I'm out way too much money. Now, finish construction of a rover on the surface of Minmus. We are going to do that, since it's on the flats. There's a bunch of Mun stuff that we're not ready for, unfortunately, but when we do get the Mun stuff, oh my goodness, we are going to get such a payoff. We want to try to find green sandstone on Minmus if we can. We're not going to go out of our way for it, but we're going to try. And we also have a repair a satellite in orbit of Kerbin. Let's go ahead and, before we get into this, we're going to look at the broken satellite and see what exactly is broken. Okay, status broken. Repair from EVA. Alright then. Many repairings need made. Okay, the thing is, we need to get the science equipment out. All of it. Offhand, this looks like it's plenty of Delta V. So let's save that. And who's going to be our crew for this? Cherry's orbited Minmus. Rainbow Dash hasn't. Twilight. Okay, so. Okay, Fluttershy's orbited Mun, but not Minmus, not yet. And Engineer is going to be Applejack, who has never yet flown. So. But Applejack can't repair things yet. So no, it's got to be Pinkie Pie. Alright, that's our crew. Dashy, Fluttershy, and Pinkie Pie. Let's go ahead and launch this thing. Yeah, that's it. We're all good to go. So, our first stop is going to be the damaged satellite we've got to hit. That's this one right here, which is more or less equatorial, so that's perfectly fine, at least for a beginning. But it's not equatorial at all, and furthermore, it's retrograde. So we need to go a little bit west-southwest, more or less. That's more Delta V, unfortunately, so this might get interesting. But whatever it gets, it's gonna get it in 3, 2, 1... Fire. Our delta V is not great. And it's made even worse by the fact that our apoapsis is coming up very quickly and we are not out of atmosphere yet. This is not a winner. I'm having to go almost completely vertical to keep gaining any altitude at all. Part of this is me flying this crappy, but another part of it is this is just how much delta V you lose by having to make a retrograde launch. Okay. We made it to space somehow. Okay, we're about to have to go to the landing stage. Not good. Actually, come to think of it, the retrograde orbit thing pretty much means we can't go to Minmus anyhow, so... Okay. Yeah, we have got nothing like the delta V we need for a Minmus shot, so this is just going to be the repair and giving these people who already have flight time here, which they didn't need. If I'd realized this was going to be the result, I would have brought along different crew. Anyway. All right. Oof, that is a huge burn. Yeah. This was just too big a ship to bring up for just the one repair job. All right. No, I don't think we are going to leave these kids up on orbit because they're going to have barely any fuel left when this is done. Yeah, we are going to be in very bad straits. Yeah, I don't like this lineup at all. Let's try it again with something different. All right, that's better. And now, rather than brute force this thing, let's just wait and see. Okay, that's better than we were getting before. good enough. Yeah, we're barely... I think at the end of this, we'll barely have enough Delta V to get back to the ground. I want to park this as close as I dare. Fat fingered the buttons. Okay. And I want this side facing this time fingers on the correct buttons. And that's it. We are hugging this thing. Which means that it's time for Pinkie Pie to get out and do things. Okay. Okay, first, the thing that we're up here to do. Needs 4 EVA repair kits. Okay, not wonderful. I just barely have enough kits to make this happen. And there, that's that much. Now, I keep trying, but it won't even let me just dump it into space. So that's a no-go. Okay, let's get Fluttershy out. She will collect the science from the satellite. And then we will get away from the satellite and then bring these kids home. Yeah, I'm sure, but... Okay, that's weird. Okay. So now there should be take data. Thank you. going to go ahead and see if there's any dregs of science we can grab from this, since we brought this shit all the way up here. Okay, this rocket cost 70,000 Kerbucks and was way over-engineered for what little it did. And we did not get the money worth out of that, except, well, we've got the stupid satellite. Cannot activate without an antenna. Well, lovely. All right. And furthermore, okay. We know this thing is technically survivable. We did it on the way back. We did the tests last Monday. I deliberately kept the periapsis high so that we'd get better slowing over peak heating. And also, I'm afraid that if we went too deep in the atmosphere too quickly, it would flip over on us, and then we'd really be in the shit. Well, not as swiftly as possible. I want to stay away from that river, but... whatever this is, wherever it is, we're coming down on, and it's... No, that's not a polar cap, but... I've got no idea what that's meant to be. As it happens, we're in the penumbra of a solar eclipse at the moment. That's what threw me off, I think. Okay, will you stay put? Good. Crew report from Highlands. Apparently we've already got that. EVA report from Highlands, already got that. Surface sample, did not got that. Log seismic data from Kerbal Highlands. Huh. Okay then, that's a little bit of something. Now, where is that strange shiny thing? Over there. Okay. This is going to take a minute. This is going to take a lot more than a minute. I mean, though, seriously, look at this. It's a pretty mod, it's a cute mod, but... isn't that stretching things just a little bit too much, that Kerbals are shorter than daisies? Recover that vessel for first off. Then we'll come back to Fluttershy and we'll recover her directly. And now I can see what it is. I'm pretty sure that's one of the baobab trees that the Breaking Ground mod, not mod, DLC, added to the game. This is one of the things you have to go scan with certain contracts on Kerbin. So, not actually as interesting as I had hoped. Because even if we get here, there's nothing Fluttershy can do about this. But on the other hand, let me show you something. Yeah, Fluttershy did not like it that the ship left her behind. Here, maybe she'll feel better if we have the helmet off. No, that didn't help. Let's go ahead and bring her back. We need to go to Minmus and get all the science we can. Alright, new crew. We had Dashi pilot. Rarity is technically a pilot, but she's not gone up before. We don't want to use her on this one. So it's going to be Cherry Berry. Let's see here. Twilight and Applejack. Alright. This is as good as I know how to make it. Let's launch it. We are flying in 3, 2, 1, fire. Okay, this is a much better launch. We are right on the apoapsis right now, and that's a little bit earlier than I expected or wanted. So here's where we waste a lot more Delta V. Okay, about to get in orbit. Okay. Oh, I was already on map mode, damn it. You keep saying that. Okay, I could fiddle fart with that forever, but that's a good enough transfer node to get us there. We have plenty of Delta V this time. Well, that's irritating. Right into a solar eclipse. Ah, there we go. Anyway. Okay. That gets us a close polar orbit. Then we slap on the brakes, and getting this close gives us the cheapest possible capture burn, which gives us... We could hop around on Minmus if we really wanted to. I don't want to for the simple reason that I'm hoping to get enough science out of this and the previous stuff to unlock what we need for the surface science. This thing is a lot taller than I like for a lander. It's a good thing we're only putting down in the flats because it's also a lot narrower in one direction than I'd like. Okay. And now we just go around and around a bit. Let's get on retrograde. Ooh, that's painful to see. Okay, I need to burn considerably westwards at this point. Get off that. Doing it now because I think it wouldn't be any better waiting another orbit. It would just be on the other side. To make this work, we are going to have to land literally right next to the thing. 10 kilometers and falling, which is why I'm time warping a bit. It's a very leisurely drop down to the surface of Minmus, as I'm sure we all know. Unfortunately, we're not directly over our target, which is kind of the problem. Come on, Cherry Berry, park that thing. Not even remotely close as I wanted, but I will have to settle for 50 meters. And I completely forgot to leave enough space in one of these for a rocket pack. That's a problem. Go, and that leaves a hole in the inventory. Not going to pull the science off this other stuff until we get back in the air. Okay. So no more jetpack for you for right now anyway. You'll need it to get back in the ship. Oh, for fuck's sake. Get your jetpack back, kid. We have to move the ship. Bonk. Oopsie. Okay. Okay, I am doing something very wrong here. I should be able to get this out of inventory and dump it out someplace. And I have completely forgotten how to do that.
A few minutes later.
Just waiting for the dashboard to tell me the ad break is over, and then I'll admit just what an idiot I am.
A few moments later.
And yeah, I completely forgot about the existence of this little clickable over here, which does exactly what I want it to do. Stationary orbit of Eve. Moving the rover. You have to move the rover to a certain zone. Yeah. Okay. No, 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 no! Where the hell did that... Put that back. There we go. Just hopscotching this. Easy. Come back here with that. Is that too far? No. Okay, great. Now let's go get the other one and bop it over here. No, no. Stop that, stop that, stop that. Damn it. This being that close to that is no bueno. Okay, and you. Okay. Plant flag. There. It's fixed. Tip generously. And there's our beauty shot. 3 ponies on the surface of Minmus at sunrise. And now that that's done, activate navigation. Here we go. Unfortunately, I cannot change the angle of this thing, so brakes off. Brakes on. There, try that. Brakes off. The problem here is that these wheels are turning in opposite directions. Here we go, forward. How about that? Nope, still no good. Here, how about now? There. Try it again. Yep, just keeps spinning out. Yeah, that is kind of a problem. Are these other 3 normal or reverse? They are reverse. The problem is every time I switch one of them, it switches all 4 of them. If I could switch only 2, that would do the job. And resume flight. Okay. Thanks, Shadowborn. Appreciate it. So. That one's normal. And that one's reversed. That one's reversed. Make that normal. Okay. So, try it now. Well, it's progress of a sort. Remove from symmetry. Remove from symmetry. Okay, reverse. Reverse. Okay. Okay, now the wheels are turning in the correct directions. They're turning the correct directions, but no traction. Which means what we need to do is have one of our happy crew give the thing a good push. Okay, what the hell? Okay. Friction control override. There. Still no soap. Okay, all of the wheels are now at 10. And they are spinning and spinning and nothing is happening. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What the hell? Now, Cherry Berry can push this thing. And it will move if you push it. The wheels don't turn, though. This is doing wonky ass shit. But the flat fact of the matter is, something is... You might notice it's clipping into the ground here for some reason. And having the Kerbals push it around is not doing any good. So what I'm guessing is it's reading as if partly buried in the ground. There's nothing I can do about that right now. We're just going to leave this for right now, because I've done enough futzing with this, and we have 3 pony Kerbal things to get home. There we go. And now... Oh, shit. How did that happen? That's irritating and a half. If this was any place other than Minmus, we'd be in real trouble here. We have reaction wheels in all 3 of those crew compartments, plus an extra set of small reaction wheels on top. Yeah, we're going to get this thing standing up. But AJ, let's not linger. All right. Partial success. We're going to have to wait and have this thing load back in separately. But for right now, it is homeward bound in 3, 2, 1, fire. Oh, there's a planet. Okay, fine. Okay, that's all the fuel we had, and we slowed down quite a bit. Now the question is, what are we aimed at? We are aimed at darkness. A lot of darkness. And this looks like it might be surviving. Knock wood. If it is, we can get the science from it that we missed launching. All right. Oh. There's multiples you can get. I didn't realize that. Alrighty then. Incidentally, the Space Center is just over at the horizon over there. So we should get a bit of money back from this return pod. Except Unity chose this moment to crash. Because of course it did. I'm going to treat that as the game telling me it's time to knock off.